great day. I'm Diane Luongo-Gazik with Diversified Capital Funding. Thank you for joining me today. Today my guest is Michelle Feliz. She's a tax preparer over at Feliz and Associates here in Yorba Linda. I've known Michelle about 8 or 9 years now. And I just wanted to have her come here and share with us the value of your relationship with your tax preparer. Many people go to TurboTax or H&R Block or some of these other, quick, let me do your taxes, plug the numbers in kind of thing. Now, coming to you, how is that different? Because I think people are trying to save money and
Sure.
Sure.
Well, I think what I bring to a client is the relationship. I've had clients for many, many years, and I know their story, I know where they've been, I know what they want to try and accomplish going down the road, whether it's buying a new house, refinancing a home, things like that. So we can see what their story is in terms of taxes. It's not just about the numbers, it's about what do those numbers say.
Well, and many times people are forgetting certain things when you're doing it yourself. I mean, I know I couldn't do my own. I bring my things to you and you kind of decipher, oh, we need to move this over here, put this over there. And even before the end of the year, we meet and kind of go over what my plan is.
Planning is huge because there's a lot of things that can be done before the end of the year to help mitigate taxes or to report correct income, whatever it may be. Once the year is over, there's not a lot we can do until next year. So planning is critical.
Well, I think some people think that, if you wait till April, you can put in for your IRAs and that's
true. And things that you can do after the fact, but if there's certain things that need to be done, particularly if you're a business owner and you have a business, a sole proprietor, for example, there's certain things that once December 31st passes, there's nothing you can do for that year. So it's always best to sit and ahead of time and plan out what the taxes are going to look like, what the income's going to look like, how it plays into their plans on where they want to be for the next few years, whether it's buying a house, refinancing, retirement, whatever it may be.
Yeah, and one of the things that I've kind of come across all the time is when somebody is W-2'd and they're just a regular, and I don't mean regular, but I mean they're an employee where they get W-2'd and this is their income. But you have an opportunity to write off unreimbursed expenses. And from a lender's point of view, we're looking at this, oh, that's great, you're writing these off so you don't have to, your tax obligation is less. However, something that we don't think about, and I didn't know until, of course, we're looking at these on the loans, as a W-2 employee, you can diminish the income that we qualify you with just because you've claimed unreimbursed expenses, because those come right off the top. So if somebody makes $60,000 a year and they write off $30,000 a year in unreimbursed expenses on their Schedule A, their income to qualify to buy a home or refinance is only $30,000.
That's huge.
That's huge. So if you're doing your own taxes and you're thinking, oh, I can just write off this and I can write off that, that can really impact you in the future, because we're going to look at 2 years' histories of this.
Absolutely. Not only that, but if their income's high enough, they could be in alternative minimum tax, and those unreimbursed expenses, they don't even get to write them off. So talk about a double whammy.
Wow.
It's going to hurt them on getting a loan for the house, and it's still not going to save them on taxes. So that's where a tax professional really comes in and can look at the whole situation and do what's best for the taxpayer to accomplish what they want to accomplish.
And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, to hire somebody like yourself is not really more expensive. I think the perception is it's going to be more expensive. I'm going to save money on my taxes or on my cost of doing my own taxes. Am I correct in saying that? I mean,
well, it's how you define cost. Sure, the program, the software you may use is more affordable, but the time that it takes for people to put their taxes together really it can be prohibitive, in terms of the cost to them. What's the time cost of money? And we can come in and be efficient with our time and ultimately really cost less or be really affordable.
Right. And then you also know the up and coming tax laws. I mean, I don't have to research it or anything. I mean, you're going to know that because that's your business.
Absolutely.
And that helps the client to understand their position going forward as well.
Absolutely. The clients, there's no way that the average taxpayer knows the changes in the tax law. They usually get it maybe 2 or 3 years down the road. But it is part of my job to stay current with all of that. It's part of my licensing. I have to do that. So absolutely, that is a value add for my clients.
Well, and another thing that I've worked with Michelle on is, because you have relationships with your clients, when we're working together to get a refinance or a purchase, the client doesn't have to gather their paperwork. You always send it over to me, eliminating that timeline again of a client having to get their tax returns to me to help get their loan together.
That's great for the client, because we have all their W-2s, tax returns going back multiple years, so we can access it immediately, and it really does speed up the process.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody was looking to contact you, how would they reach you?
Well, they can reach me by phone. We're located in Yorba Linda. The phone number is 714-692-7712. Or they can go to my website, Feliz and Associates, and check me out there. All the contact information's there too.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. We hope we found this with great value, and thank you again for joining us. Have a great day.